started taking classes at the Art Center when my children were very young, and it was simply, I had always been interested in clay, and I had an opportunity since I was staying home with them when they were little guys. So I started taking classes here, and I just fell in love with clay, and got pretty obsessed with learning how to throw on the potter's wheel. And I remember after the first couple of sessions coming home and telling my husband that this is my medium. Because up until then I'd done like painting, and I've always been kind of artistic, but I hadn't been to art school, and I hadn't kind of decided what was going to be my thing. But I knew pretty soon that it was going to be clay. And I think a lot of people who work in clay can identify with that, because it's such a fun thing to work with. It's just so forgiving, and it feels good, and kind of make that connection between your hands and your mind pretty quickly. So it's just really fun. And so I took classes for a long time, and then in 2003, and I took classes elsewhere too. I lived in California for a while. So I've taken some university classes and tons of workshops and a lot of trial and error. And I probably started hand building maybe 15 or 20 years ago. And really I still do the wheels sometimes, but I kind of focus on hand building now. And that's what I teach here as well. All right, so this summer, I lost my mom, and I was just found I had some time on my hands, and I, with the encouragement of a friend of mine, I had been telling her how I always wanted to make these clay fortune cookies. And I said, just kind of give them away. And she's like, you should do it. You should totally do it. So I kind of ran with it. I had a lot of time on my hands. And I found the process of making them really meditative. And at the same time, I've always been a collector of quotes. I kind of find inspiration in the wisdom of others. And I thought, well, this might be a nice combination of things to share the quotes and do this. And I just have always... it's appealed to me to give stuff away and just kind of see what happens with it. So it was just like a really nice way to combine all those things. I feel like it puts me in touch, or out of my part of my brain that's reasoning, and that's very internal, and it just puts me in touch with just doing, and kind of, I feel like it's very liberating. It feels like a high form of play to me, which is lovely. And it never fails to do that for me. Even as I was making hundreds of these, I still enjoyed it. And for somebody interested in clay, I would just say do it. If you think you're interested in clay, you should totally do it. There's so many different areas you can go with it in terms of working on the wheel, or sculpting, or making things with slabs, or pinching. It's just endless, and I know I'll never live long enough to explore everything there is to do with it. So it's a medium in which you're always learning, trying things, and kind of answering the question, what if I tried this? So like for these fortune cookies, as long as I can remember, as I started working with clay, I thought, this would be so much fun to make in clay, because they're so simple, they're just 2 folds. So anyway, it's just really a fun way to spend your time, and I totally recommend it. And I recommend classes here. I mean, we have great teachers, fantastic facility. You're not going to find a facility like this anywhere in the Midwest. Lots of opportunities to learn and to show your work and try different